Wasn't the only dirty thing inside a San Antonio strip club. A health inspector said the whole place was filthy and in need of a deep cleaning.
We went behind the kitchen door to uncover their violations.
D'Angelo's Italian Grill, located inside Capiche Gentlemen's Club at the 4200 block of Sungate Street, danced across the stage to a score of 81 on their most recent health inspection. The inspector noting the entire establishment was in need of a general deep cleaning. The floors and walls were dirty in the kitchen. Equipment in the kitchen was also dirty with debris, and the ventilation hood system filters were covered in grease buildup. That's not all. Utensils and food containers stored as clean were dirty with debris. There were gnats in the bar area, and the inside of the ice machine was dirty with black residue. 5 of the violations were corrected during the inspection, but the business was also in need of a current permit. Pancho's Mexican restaurant in the 1000 block of Old Highway 90 earned an 83 on their December inspection. The inspector found a bucket of cut potatoes being stored on the ground below a hand sink where splash contamination could occur. Food stored in a refrigerator was uncovered under dirty food debris on wire racks. Dishes were being washed, but the water didn't have any sanitizer in it. The freezer wasn't cold enough. The reach-in cooler shelves were coated with food debris, and there was caked-on grease on the sides of the grill and other kitchen equipment. Employee medications and even cologne were also found in the kitchen area near a food prep area. A re-inspection was ordered, and they were told to renew their expired food license. The Picnic Foods, located in the 1200 block of South General McMullen, improved upon its previous score of 72 when a health inspector visited in late November. She gave the store an 83. They still had to toss out all of the produce in the walk-in cooler that had mold on it. The ice machine had a red and black substance growing on the inside. There was no valid food manager, and their food license had not been renewed. Beer cans, pickles, and other food items were exposed to contamination from missing ceiling tiles. The fryers and grills were coated in an accumulation of grease and food debris, and so were the kitchen floors. They also needed to remove duct tape from all of the freezers. A follow-up inspection was required. Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
All right, you've seen the bad. You want to know who has the good scores? Well, we have a tool for that. Scan that QR code you see on your screen with your phone, and it'll take you to our mapping tool. It has the scores for local San Antonio food businesses. The reports go back 6 months, and they're frequently updated. So check them out before you go out to eat.
All right, 5 police officers have been fired in connection with the death of Tyree Nichols in Memphis. The 29-year-old black man died 2 weeks ago following a traffic stop arrest. Investigators working on an internal review of the arrest found the officers violated policies for use of force, duty to intervene, and duty to render aid. Memphis police said officers pulled Nichols over for reckless driving. Once officers got to the vehicle, allegedly a confrontation happened and Nichols tried to run away from the car. When he was taken into custody, he complained of having shortness of breath. He was transported to a hospital in critical condition, where he died days later.
Our lives will never be the same again, and we just want justice for my baby brother.
They will not get cut loose, no slacks, nothing. We will settle for nothing less than a murder charge.
A cause of death and details about those injuries have not been released, but there is body cam footage that will eventually be released publicly after the department's internal review. The family is demanding to see that video.
New information now on a shooting at a Walmart in southern Indiana. Police say a former employee walked into that store with a gun, told workers to line up, and started shooting, wounding one person. ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi tells us why police are praising the actions of one of those employees.
Push, push, push.
New details emerging in a deadly workplace shooting at an Indiana Walmart.
Evansville 911. We're at Westside Walmart. There's an active shooter.
Police praising the heroic actions of the employee in this 911 call, whose quick thinking likely saved many lives.
He shot a girl in the head. Ron Mosley. His name is Ron Mosley.
Unfolding just before 10 p.m. Thursday night, 25-year-old Ronald Ray Mosley II, a disgruntled former employee, walked into a break room armed and opened fire.
Based on the information at hand, we believe that Mosley was targeting the employees at this particular Walmart store.
Mosley critically injuring at least one person.
We have one employee that's
She's been shot in the face. We're waiting on an ambulance.
Okay, you guys are doing great. You're doing great.
According to authorities, when Mosley turned his back, a female employee snuck out of the break room, placing that call to police.
Stack up, let's go.
In this newly released body camera video, police can be seen combing aisle after aisle, ultimately engaging in a shootout with Mosley. Terrified workers and customers running out of the store.
My coworker texted me and he said that there was somebody with a gun at that Walmart. And I literally, it felt like my soul got sucked out of my chest.
The 15-minute rampage coming to an end when police fatally shoot Mosley.
Drop it!
If it weren't for the heroic actions of some of the Walmart staff, and as Chief Bowen mentioned, some of the heroic actions of our own police officers and sheriff deputies, the loss of life would have been so much worse.
Still to come on the Nightbeat, they say money can't buy you love, but some popular dating apps might be trying to prove that's not true. How much dating app subscriptions could cost you in the very near future.
All right, would you pay $500 to get more exclusive benefits on a popular dating app? Well, Tinder may soon be offering that pricey new membership based on your level of motivation. All right, at this point, Tinder's parent company, Match Group, hasn't revealed what additional benefits users would get. Better be good, though, for $500. Another of the company's dating apps, Hinge, is also rolling out a pricier membership level for its, quote, highly motivated daters. There's a tier of $50 to $60 a month, up from the current $35 version. Benefits would include subscribers, likes seen faster by other users, along with better profile recommendations.
For $500, AI better be picking your date for you and doing a bang-up job on it. All right, when we come back, Mia's going to have a look at the weather. Beautiful days out there. We're having the warm afternoons, cold mornings, but some rain on the way. She'll detail that coming up.
Well, that sunshine today was just perfect. I mean, it was really beautiful weather, but I know, and so usually we'll complain about something. We're not complaining because we know that there's rain coming.
Right, kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of those rain chances. Yeah, the sun came out at the perfect time, really late this afternoon and this evening for any evening plans. We still have those clear skies in place right now. And that's what we're going to see again as we head into our Sunday and at least throughout the first half of Monday before clouds increase ahead of that next weather system. So let's go ahead and time that out. You can see after a few showers that we had out there earlier this morning, we are quiet across south central Texas. A little bit of a different story across the Pacific Northwest, an area of low pressure producing a little bit of snow off to our northwest. That is the next weather maker that is going to track eastward here over the next 72 hours and what is essentially going to spark some of that scattered rain and storm activity in our area by Monday night and into Tuesday. So let's time that out again here with our future cast. Again, you can see by Monday morning, we're still quiet here in San Antonio, but we are seeing some snow push across the desert southwest thanks to that low pressure system. And then as it syncs up with some additional moisture and some energy here across the Lone Star State, by Tuesday morning especially, that's when we're expecting that scattered rain and storm coverage to push across our region, even some snow across portions of the Texas Panhandle. No snow for us with this system, but that scattered rain activity will continue to be the case as we head into the midday hours and then into Tuesday afternoon. The bulk of that rain shifts farther off to our east and will start to dry things out here in south central Texas. Now, in terms of future rainfall, what we could find out there in the rain gauge over the next few days, these numbers aren't perfect and we'll likely need to fine-tune them as we get better and fine-tune data over the next few days as well. But it is looking like across our far western counties, maybe some rainfall totals up to the tune of 1/4 of an inch closer to San Antonio and our central central counties. In between half of an inch to an inch of rain certainly possible. I think the higher rainfall totals will be found in our far eastern counties, but we will definitely take anything that we can get with this next system. Latest drought monitor that was released Thursday morning still does show that exceptional 4 out of 4 drought in place across our northern counties, even stretching into portions of Bexar County. So we will definitely see what we can find here by the time we head into our Tuesday. All right, high today 66 degrees, low of 51. Again, we saw the sunshine come out in the afternoon and this evening. Still do have those clear skies on hand. 51 the temperature over at SA International, 54 in Uvalde, it's 52 in Eagle Pass, 41 already up in Kerrville, 47 in Kennedy, and 48 over in Pleasanton. It will be a cold start to our Sunday. We're waking up to the 30s and low 40s. Abundant sunshine, though, in place throughout the back half of the weekend's plans. Daytime highs looking to top off in the mid to upper 60s. So overall, yes, not a bad way to wrap up the weekend. It will be a little breezy out there, windy Monday and into Tuesday. And then after that front moves in, a little chilly out there. Mornings in the 30s and highs near about 60.
Well, I would hope so. It's January.
Yes, very true. Very true.
That's perfect because it's not too cold that you have to take the plants inside.
Exactly.
That's just right enough cold. Right
yes.
There. Good stuff. Thank you. All right, Andrew, a lot of high school hoops going on this Saturday.
Yeah, and speaking cold, there's a lot of hot shooting today, specifically from Brennan in the second half. The Bears put on a show against Taft. When we come back, we'll show you the highlights from a great game. Plus, Trinity women dominated from start to finish. Got that too next. Boys high school hoops this afternoon. District 29 6A undefeated Brennan taking on 5-3 Taft at Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. Kingston Fleming set the tone in the second half with a steal and slam to make it 47-26, and he and the Bears are just getting warmed up. First, he hits a straightaway 3 ball for a 24-point lead, and then watch the Bears run in transition. Taylon Dodd long pass ahead to Isaiah Ward for the two-handed jam, capping a 7-0 run coming out of halftime and forcing a Raiders timeout. When play resumes, Robert Jackson pokes the ball away at one end, starts the break, and finds Todd for the lay-in. It's 59-26. And last but not least, Ward finds Jackson knifing to the basket for a thunderous slam. The Bears cruise to 10-0. They win at 82-50.
Recently, the whole team has been scoring. It's easy when everyone's hitting. You know, we had a big injury, Cam. Hopefully he comes back soon. But just having everyone on the court that can score is so easy to just be a point guard.
Brennan will next take on O'Connor next Saturday at noon at Northside Sports Gym. Speaking of O'Connor, they're the next ones on the court taking on Harlan. Fourth quarter, Panthers keeping the Hawks at arm's length. Tristan Arredondo with a nice bounce pass to Julian Barron for the layup. Barron had a team-high 19 points, and O'Connor leads 60-50. But the Hawks aren't going away quietly. Kaylon Hargrove gets a tough shot to fall. Game-high 31 points for him as Harlan pulls back within 3, 62-59. But the Panthers burn 43 seconds of game clock and ice the game. Jalen Munoz drives to the rim for the lay-in with 43 seconds left, and O'Connor hangs on to win a wild one, 66-62.
I feel like we really just had energy going into the second half. Like, we kept them where we wanted to, everything positive going into the game. It puts us in a really good position. Like, we started down bad. We had like 4 losses in a row. Now we're just grinding and getting up.
Panthers right back in the race for the playoffs. They'll next face Taft on Wednesday night before taking on Brennan next Saturday. Championship season is here already for high school winter sports. Swim teams from around the area dove in looking to punch their tickets to regionals. Over at Southwest ISD Natatorium, Bernie champion sophomore Cameron Kellogg led a Charger sweep in the 200-yard individual medley, winning in the time of 2 minutes, 12.38 seconds. Dominance from start to finish. Over at Northside Aquatic Center, District 29 6A, great race in the boys' 200-yard freestyle. O'Connor freshman Ben Cottrill held off the field to win in 1 minute, 51.11 seconds. The margin of victory there, just over a second. Last stop now over at Josh Davis Natatorium for the 28 6A championships. Girls' 50-yard freestyle. Johnson senior Jada Scott torched the field, touching first in 22.88 seconds, making it look easy. And watch plenty more highlights from all 3 of these meets right now on the BGC page at ksat.com. UTSA men's basketball returned home to host Florida International this afternoon, trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Jacob Germany scored a team-high 19 points. DJ Richards added 18, and UTSA outscored the Panthers 41-34 in the second half. just wasn't enough to overcome a 12-point halftime deficit. UTSA falls again 77-72. And the best women's basketball team in the San Antonio area took the court at home this afternoon. Trinity hosting St. Thomas. The Tigers took control for the jump, roaring out to a 21-0 lead. Maggie Robbins was at the center of it all, posting a triple-double, 12 points, 12 assists, and 10 steals in a dominant 96-38 victory. The Tigers are now 19-0, and they are ranked as the best Division III basketball team in the country. Deservedly so after a performance like that.
96-38? Is there no mercy rule?
Not in college.
Not
in college.
Wow.
Good for you guys.
That was
Congrats.
good. Thanks, Sandra.
All right, we'll be right back.
Been a while since we've had something good to tell you to end the show with.
Yeah, so let's do it. A 10-year-old Rhode Island girl with a knack for detective work is determined to find out if Santa Claus is real. Cumberland, Rhode Island Police Department received a letter from Scarlett D'Amato. That letter told police that she took a sample of a cookie and carrots that she left for Santa and the reindeer and was wondering if they could take a sample of the DNA. So what inspired her to reach out?
I watch crime shows and I thought it was cool to be a detective.
Oh, watch out.
She's starting early. The police department was able to include Scarlett in their investigation. They informed her they found surveillance images of a reindeer in the same area of the night in question, along with an individual matching her description in the letter. For now, the case is still open.
Appreciate her dedication.
Perfect.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Very, very impressive there. All right, cold tomorrow morning, plenty of sunshine, highs in the 60s, same on Monday, and then still monitoring that rain and storm chance Monday night and into early Tuesday, guys.
We could have led with that story and been done. That's all we have tonight. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to catch GMSA tomorrow.